What's up residents, Alistair here, and I'm bringing you some big news today as the writer for most of the MonsterVerse films has seemingly confirmed that a new Godzilla or Kong movie is in pre-production, and even gives us a hint of what to expect from the upcoming entry. Stick around for the details. But before we get into it, be sure to subscribe and stomp that notification button to become a resident of our lovely town of DangerVille today. Right, let's not waste any more time, let's get to it. Welcome back. Max Borenstein, the writer for Godzilla 2014, Kong Skull Island, and Godzilla vs. Kong, has had an interview with internet publications to promote his new Netflix film, Worth, and has discussed the future of the MonsterVerse. The first thing he confirms is that talks are indeed taking place at Legendary, which was to be expected following Godzilla vs. Kong's box office earnings exceeding expectations. But this is still exciting to hear, coming from what is essentially the lead architect for the MonsterVerse. Before we analyze what he said, let's first take a listen to what exactly his words were. I've heard some exciting things that are happening that I can't divulge. They have a great handle on things there, and I certainly have thoughts, and I'm always excited when I get involved in them. I think it's in good hands, and with the success of Godzilla vs. Kong, there will be some new, interesting installments coming. Without being able to say any of that officially, you can look at the fact that the film performed and people really responded to it. I think it was really wonderful timing for people to have that towards the end of that surge in the pandemic. People really felt eager to see something that was fun and joyful in the cinema, and it was really exciting to have our movie be that movie. Lots of interesting stuff there. The fact Borenstein states he thinks it's in good hands makes me think that perhaps Legendary is thinking about continuing the franchise without him. But chances are they're simply so early on into the process that they haven't even begun negotiating for the cast and crew, since his MonsterVerse films have deemed the most successful. Borenstein states the MonsterVerse is in good hands, which leans towards the idea that he knows more than he's leading us to believe, and might even know who the next director will be. Each MonsterVerse film has had a different director. Godzilla 2014 was Gareth Edwards, Skull Island was Jordan Vogt-Roberts, King of the Monsters was Michael Dougherty, and Godzilla vs. Kong was Adam Wingard. But as some of you might know, Adam Wingard has been in talks with Legendary to return to the MonsterVerse. But what's most interesting is that he outright states there's interesting new installments coming. Not only that, but he has stated he wants a MonsterVerse film without any humans, or at least minimizing them as much as possible. Given the success of Godzilla vs. Kong, I'm kind of hoping in whatever next phase Legendary decides to do that we would see that. I think it'd be pretty cool. I think it's possible. It would be very ambitious. I think ambitious in that Mad Max Fury Road way. I think it's totally possible to do that with the absolute minimum amount of human characters and really characterize the creatures. Now I'm all for this idea as long as it's done right. Humans allow the audience to connect with something, to put themselves in their shoes. Without humans, the monsters might as well be the size of a cat. It's what gives them scale. Now we'll get back to exactly how they could achieve this in just a minute. It seems clear that the higher-ups at Legendary are satisfied with the outcome of Godzilla vs. Kong, and seeing that it's grossed $470 million on a break-even point of $330 million, the tone of GVK may be how the MonsterVerse carries forth stylistically. Although Borenstein is fully aware of the circumstances that led to Godzilla vs. Kong being a success, such as the fact it was coming towards the later end of the pandemic, and audiences were craving a new big explosive blockbuster that they'd not received for a long time. GVK was their opportunity to let off some steam after a long and stressful time period. It was an important film, and because of it, it was a success. For a follow-up to be successful, it has to capture audiences in the right way, and it sounds like they have some pretty neat things in the oven. One of the titles that's been thrown around at Legendary is Son of Kong. Obviously, Godzilla won't feature in this film, or at least he won't be the focus. From the title, it clearly suggests Kong will find another pack of Kongs living in the Hollow Earth. Now, going back to the idea of having minimal humans, this seems like a plausible film to execute such an idea, as long as Gia comes along for the ride. She can act as the character whose shoes audiences step into to witness the monster action from her perspective. Of course, there could be some extra humans here and there, maybe at the beginning or running around a city when a monster attacks, but Ghidorah and Kong are strong characters, and the focus could be completely on them for pretty much the entire journey, and it would be a captivating motion picture. Although there has been no talk about Godzilla returning yet, and in my opinion, not including him in the series would be a massive missed opportunity, since it really feels like we're just getting started. But I understand Legendary's caution following King of the Monsters' underperformance. Toho is set to make their own universe for their Godzilla in the next few years, so perhaps we could see Legendary show up there. Max Bornstein really seems enthusiastic about the future of the MonsterVerse, and as long as he can bring us fresh new stories that please fans and general audiences alike, I'm all here for it. The MonsterVerse has by far been one of the most impactful things in my life. Hell, DangerVille wouldn't be here without it. I'd probably have a normal job somewhere. Can you believe that? So I really hope we get to see this mythology explored, because there's so much yet to dive into. What happened to the Kongs? Are there more out there? How did Godzilla and Kong's war end? What was the ancient civilization that worshipped Godzilla? What secrets does the Hollow Earth hide? I can't wait to potentially see all this explored. What would you like to see from the next MonsterVerse entry? Godzilla or Kong? And would you like to see as few humans as possible? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, then leave a like because it helps this video reach even more fans. Don't forget to subscribe and stomp that notification button to become a resident of DangerVille today. I've been Alistair, and we'll see you residents in the next one.